Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon by Great Scott, and this is a reintroduction to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. This is his marathon, and I don't know if you've seen the last marathons. What I'm gonna change is I'm gonna pretty much introduce the songs as we go along instead of giving like a long introduction video of like 4 or 5 minutes going over all the albums. I'm just gonna pretty much say we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go over the first song and so forth. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do today. So I wanted to thank, of course, Great Scott for sponsoring the marathon, and everybody here for watching, of course, for but there is a little bit of a backstory that I do want to share with you guys. So we're gonna start off with the with the album Christmas Eve and Other Stories, and this is, let's see, 1996, and the song that we're gonna cover is A Mad Russian's Christmas from the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. So the entire marathon will be Trans-Siberian Orchestra, but there are some notes that I wanted to share that Great Scott shared with me here. So so it says here, so Heavy Metal Christmas with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and then it says currently on tour. Sorry you missed the Denver show a few weeks ago. We did. So yeah, even though we've been pretty much like what we're gonna watch, actually in 3 days we're gonna see the musical box, so we're super excited. So but yeah, we can't catch everything. So it says I previously had you to do some live TSO, but apparently I chose the wrong stuff to start you on. My apologies. Don't apologize. Actually, I think I did. I don't know if we loved it, but maybe we didn't. Let's start again properly. It says they have 3 primary Christmas albums, the trilogy, plus a video from them, which usually gets on PBS stations in October in the time for their upcoming tour during November, December, from which I've gotten great tickets, which a modest contribution. Oh, that's awesome. They also have a few other masterworks that are not holiday related, but that'll be subject for a different marathon. They have a bit of an emphasis on taking classical works and rockifying them. That's awesome, because that's, for example, one of my favorite guitar players, Yngwie Malmsteen. He does the same thing. His music is very neoclassical, like it's like almost like listening to Bach or Paganini on the electric guitar, in conjunction with having a good story to tie in the songs together into a concept. Their stage shows are over the top, encompassing the usual light and sound, but also everything else, such as video, lasers, smoke, fog, snow, fire, fireworks, lightning, cranes. Heck, they even choreograph their lightning trusses. Please enjoy their music, and I will. Thank you so much. That was a nice introduction. So sometimes, I mean, if you guys have something for me to read, I will, of course, read it, even though it's only for me, but it's interesting. If somebody doesn't know this band, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, this is a nice introduction, and it's nice to know what they offer, in their live shows. But like I said, let's get on with the marathon. We're gonna do A Mad Russian's Christmas. These are all instrumental, so I'm literally in heaven right now, because that's pretty much the music that I listen to. I listen to, let's say 90% of the music that I listen to personally is instrumental music. So let's go ahead with the Mad Russian's Christmas. And again, thank you, Great Scott. Here we go. I know this. Not the version, but I've heard the the original. Okay, so I'm gonna pause right here because I do have. I don't want it to get blocked, because it's all the same band. But yeah, this is awesome. Please do me a favor, Scott. Like, trust me, please. If I have to like write you an email because the name is kind of weird, listen to the first 3 albums. It's literally also called a trilogy. It's Rising Force, Marching Out, and then the 3rd album is Trilogy. Yngwie J. Malmsteen. Listen to the first 3 albums. If you like this kind of music, you're gonna be a new fan, because this guy literally, it's not Christmas music, but it's literally classical music with metal, and I'm gonna send you an email, but you're gonna fall in love, because I was raised on classical music. So when I heard this guy play, I was like, this is exactly how I would like to play. And then, of course, you change. But what I love about this is I have heard some pieces of this, like like I remember there's a scene in Home Alone, that's it constantly, comes back, this dun, 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 dun. So it's like, I think it's like this kind of like medley of famous Christmas, pieces. I don't know if it's Tchaikovsky, or I think it's Tchaikovsky, but this is awesome. I love, I love heavy metal and I love Christmas. So this is a great experience. So so far I've recognized like 3 little themes. This is very, very good. I love it. Very good, very good. And also that shredding and all that stuff is very present in Yngwie J. Malmsteen's music. It just like, if you want to type in Malmsteen, you'll see him. And just, the first 3 albums, or the first 2 albums, unfortunately, are not on Spotify. You have to, I guess you can find them on YouTube, but I really recommend them. And I'll send you a link to your email so you can listen to Far Beyond the Sun. Far Beyond the Sun is a composition that he made when he was only like 18 years old, and it's literally has all of his trademark licks, and you'll fall in love with him. Okay, so this was fantastic. It does remind me a lot of Hollywood, of course, and Christmas, just the joy and I don't know, Christmas Vacation. Like they use a lot of, this Christmassy bum bum. The first one, dun 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 dun. I don't know. I think I don't know. I think it's Tchaikovsky. So the second song that we're gonna do is the March of the Kings. This is from the Christmas Attic album. Let's see. I think, is this a little bit longer? The March of the Kings, Mark the Herald Angel, and this is from 1998. So they're not even that old. So really cool, and it's a really cool concept. So here we go with the March of the Kings. Let's see if there's another, maybe something that I recognize from this album. love this because they're using these techniques that are commonly used in metal, you know, the palm music, and also the when you play a string and you hit it with the pick and your thumb, you create like this harmonic, bang, and that's how you can create an harmonic with your left finger, but also with your thumb and your pick. It's called like a fake harmonic when you burn, you know. So they have all those trademarks. There's another band that you would love, I think, if you love this band, which is called Symphony X. They take it obviously to the next level. It's very, very heavy, but in a classical way. It's never like they don't sing, they don't growl. It's just very melodically rich, like this music. So it sometimes reminds me a little bit of like the metal bands that I listen to, but obviously this is just this is very festive, you know. So let's continue. Okay, before I forget it, I think isn't that the march when you get married? The dan dan da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee. But I think that's the second movement. I don't know, but I could be wrong. We didn't play that when we got married, Alexia and I. She played Pat Metheny, which was amazing, beautiful. I was just bawling. I didn't want it to be that, you know, traditional, you know. She knew exactly what to do. But yeah, I think I recognize this. I think I'm going to recognize pretty much everything. Growing up in Germany, it's very common, you know, the first 12 years or the first 14 years, I think, we always would go to church and Christkindlmarkt and, you know, and be outside and do the proper Christmas, you know. It was more about Jesus Christ being born than presents, you know. So we did have that tradition. So, and we would play the music, Heilige Nacht and stuff like that. Oh, Tannenbaum, you know, it's stuff like that. So yeah, so I think I'm going to recognize a lot of this. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, this is like I said, it is the music that I, kind of like grew up with by default, I guess I don't know, in Europe it's I don't know. And it's so funny because when my family wasn't even that religious. I mean, we were baptized Catholic also by default because all the family is Italian, So they were pushing the Catholics were pushing that, forward. Like, oh my God, you have to like baptize these children. And so my mom was kind of like, okay, I guess I have to, So, but also like the whole thing, in school uh we had religion, study and stuff like that. I went to a Catholic school for 2 years as well, like sixth grade and seventh grade. So it was like literally every day you had to go and pray and go to church and took one of those sermons in, and yeah, Bible study, all that good stuff, So the music that comes with it is just that, that music as well, and especially Christmas. Okay, so next one is Winter, Wizards in Winter. This is all from the same album from 1998, and so let's continue. Awesome. I'm loving this, by the way. But yeah, I will send you right now, after this marathon, I'll send you a song by Yngwie Malmsteen, and you're gonna fall in love with this playing because it's right up the alley with this. And I'm also gonna send you something by Symphony X, Scott. So here we go. Wizards in Winter. That punch. Okay, so this is a different album. Sorry, this is the Last Christmas Eve. This is 2004. So this is pretty much the trilogy. The first song, first album, second song, second, third album of the trilogy. So they have the same colors. I kind of like, in my blindness, I missed that. So yeah, here we go. Wow, so cool. Now I can totally see myself being like, seeing this live. It would be obviously everything going with the lights and the sound, and yeah, and I'm sure that these tickets sell out like, like fresh bread. Like that's what they say in Germany, or even in Mexico. Como pan caliente, like warm bread it sells. But yeah, definitely gonna check them out maybe next year. Um, and yeah, I think the one that we heard wasn't the best. I think, I don't know. I wasn't as excited to hear this music when I first heard it, but this is really something else. Really, really cool. Okay. And yeah, and I also love all these scales and all these arpeggios are all in my, pretty much in my musical library in my head. And I use these depending on what chords or what style of music we're playing. Definitely when we play heavy metal, I use these arpeggios, and these scales, which are pretty much harmonic minor, melodic minor scales. Yeah, and also the pedros are also harmonic and melodic minor. That's just the style of the music. That's just what fits. So yeah, it's really, really cool. Okay, from the same album, The Last Christmas Eve, comes the Christmas Jam. So I'm really looking forward to that right now. Let's see what happens. Let's go.
Carolize, understand? Turn it up. Christmas Jam.
Okay, Scott, like if you like this music, like there's so much other music similar to this, not with the Christmas spirit. Like in this, they're unique, but in the improvisation and the intention, like the that sounds literally like something Joe Satriani could have written, because his music is strictly instrumental. There's no lyrics. Of Steve Vai, maybe, I don't know. Steve Vai is a little bit more complex, I think, in the whole. But check out, if you don't know Joe Satriani, check out "Surfing with the Alien" of the album. Check out, oh man, there's so much. Maybe check out his first 4 albums. They're very close to this Very good. Like, this is why I love this music, because it just like reminds me of the stuff that I grew up with the instrumental rock and instrumental metal that I listened to. So this sounds very like the improvisation, the way he was shredding there, just sounds like a lot like Joe Satriani, or maybe Tony McAlpine, Vinnie Moore. Those are just like the shredders that I used to listen to. Greg Howe, that's a little bit more jazz fusion, but he started off playing like this. Yeah, check out Jason Becker. I'm gonna send you something by Jason Becker. It's gonna blow your socks off, because he basically recorded a song that pretty much sounds very Christmassy as well. Like a composition he had recorded, he then got ill and he can't. He's now paralyzed since 30 years ago, but he still composes with his eyes. Like they figured out a system for him, where when he moves his eyes, he can point to certain letters, and that's how he composes. It's mind-boggling what he does still. I'll send you that in that email as well. Anyways, if anybody else wants an email with that information, let me know in the comment section. Yeah, definitely. So cool. I'm loving it. Really, really good. So this is the last song, and then after that we're gonna do a short video. This is called Siberian Sleigh Ride from the same album, and I love that it says instrumental. The other one didn't say instrumental because of these couple of lyrics, these like 4 words or 5 words that were spoken. But yeah, also from the Last Christmas Eve. Here we go. awesome. It is scary how similar this music is gonna sound to you. The one that I'm gonna send you, you're gonna be like, what? Like, it's almost like these people, it's almost like these guys from Trans-Siberian Orchestra are all influenced by the guys that I'm talking about, because they're all from the 80s. You know, they're all from the 80s. They're all guitar shredders, and they were like, hey, let's make something like this, but more commercial and accessible. And I don't know, like, it sounds so similar. You know, it's just so similar, but I love it. So that's why I can relate to this music so well. I'm really enjoying this. So I'm already thinking literally, like, what should I send him? But okay, so we're gonna add let me just move the screen here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna load up this video. Let's see, we have it here. Let's see if I can take this, if I can do this in one shot. We're gonna blow this up, and then we're gonna show it here. Oh, that actually worked. Wow. In one movement. I didn't have to cut the video. So let's make this bigger. Let's move a little bit. All right. So yeah, I'm getting really good at this. All right. So here we go with this is Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas Eve Sarajevo timeless version official video in HD. Here we go. It's adorable. Very cool. I think last week, well, on the weekend, when Lex and I, when we set the Christmas tree, we had, of course, you know, jingle bells, jingle, we had all the Christmas music, and I think this one came on, so I'd heard that before. Very cool. I love at the end. Really cool. It's just like I said, I've been saying it throughout the entire video. This is just music that is so I don't know, it's so close to me already. Like I feel like I'm very familiar with just the sound of it, and you know, and I've always been into this kind of music, so this was really fun. Thank you so much, and I'm definitely gonna go see them with Alexia live. Like it just sounds like a blast, you know. Especially with, I love lights, and who doesn't, you know, who doesn't like lights and smoke, and what do they use that creates the smoke, dry ice or something, I don't know, but the whole synchronization sounds amazing, like with the music and the lights, and it must be just like, don't go there if you have, like, if you suffer from, you know, what is it called, seizures because of lights and stuff. Of course, I'm sure they announced that pretty extensively. I mean, every time I boot up some kind of like video game or so, I get a warning like, hey, you know, like flashing lights will be imminent. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much again, Great Scott. This was a lot of fun. I hope everybody else enjoyed. You know, maybe you can use this. I mean, of course I talk a lot, I do interrupt a lot, but hey, that's what, it's a reaction video. But you know, you can look up these songs on YouTube, and you know, or just, you know, go on Spotify, look them up, and you know, if you haven't put up your Christmas tree, maybe you can use that, you know, as inspiration, because it is, you know, it gives you that boost. Okay, again, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you again, Great Scott, and I see you in the next one.